Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. It's a Tier 9 German tank destroyer. It's turreted, but it's external, and it's located on the south spawn of Minsk under the command of Fluffylilkitten. And he's in REBRN. Battle started. Well, this is a rather unusual tank destroyer because it's one of a group that were actually designed, but they weren't put into mass production. The Germans wanted tank destroyers which were relatively simple, carrying a very big gun on a carrier device, a Waffenträger or weapons carrier, which would then be able to take out and kill Soviet tank destroyers, or tanks rather, with great ease. Now, I think this gun, oh, he's got a target. Object 430, dials in, fires a round in, ricochets off the target. Now he's got a 15 centimeter gun. It's not a howitzer. It's a Panzer Grenadier 42. It's a proper tank destroyer gun, a KWK. At least I think it is. Anyway, 15 centimeter, 750 alpha, 246 millimeters of penetration. And oh dear, he's got a Chrysler K looking at him. I don't think that Chrysler can actually see him. I think he's just too far away. And of course he's got good camo net. So he's now looking for a shot. Oh, that one went low. Normally the shells hit the target very easily and do a lot of damage. But it's a long reload. 14.34 seconds. He fires another one in, and yet again he doesn't get the connection. Now, some people actually keep the 128mm gun, which is the same that you get on the Scorpion G and other German tank destroyers, mainly because the fire rate's faster, and it also means that you might stand a chance of penning a target. But of course, with that one, the maximum RNG, the maximum alpha is 490. This thing 750, so it'll do considerably more. He fires another round in, and last he gets a connection. 710 hit points, a low roll. Now, I think he is perfectly safe here. He's at the maximum range, and I don't think that Chrysler could see him. But he's now getting a bit closer. Now, this particular tank destroyer actually has more gun depression over the rear of the vehicle, and you'll see that just in a second. Now you can see that there's a big engine over the front, and of course that means you can't depress your gun very easily, but over the rear of the vehicle you can depress it quite a lot. So it's one of the few vehicles that a lot of tank drivers will turn so it's facing the opposite direction before they shoot. Well, he's loading an HE round now, because of course that Chrysler is side scraping, and he's going to fire a round at the side which will do considerable damage. And oh, that 907 just drove straight through the field of fire, and he won't know how lucky he was. Reminds me of that driver driving a car in Desert Storm, drove over a bridge, and General Schwarzkopf turned around and said, and in his rear view mirror, he watched the bridge disappear. I bet you that guy bought his lottery tickets the very next day. Well, probably not, but it's very funny anyway. I thought it was exceedingly funny, some of the briefings that the American commanders actually gave, because it was the first time they really got a chance to play with some of their best weapons, and the United States actually did have some rather cool stuff. Oh yes, good hit, but a low roll. IS-22 takes around 697. Yes, so they had some really good kits, and they were trying it out, and it was working beautifully. course, it's probably remembered that Desert Storm was the first time we actually saw... Oh, IS-22 again. Yep, and this time round he goes down. But there is the 907. He's nearby. And he actually is a Unicum, I think. Or at least he's a very good player. Is he going to follow? Or is he going to turn around the corner? Well, we're going to poke the corner. Oh, he pulled back. I think he knew that he was about to get nuked. Well, he's a one-shot for Fluffylilkitten's gun. If Fluffy can get a shot on him, he's dead meat. So here goes Fluffy chasing him. Bye-bye. He took her around from the Chrysler, but I don't think you'll worry about that. Unfortunately, the armour on the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV is negligible. It's virtually nothing at all. So anything that touches you is going to do damage. But really, it's just a huge gun on a carrier. And that's it. And unfortunately, the gun shield is part of the hitbox. Oh, he took out the Chrysler! I missed that bit where he was aiming through the gap. But the Chrysler drove past and he just shot him as he did. Beautiful shot. Sorry, Fluffy, I missed that bit. Shall we go back? We could go back and watch that again. I think I really ought to, but I'm not sure if it'll screw up the scores. It might screw up the scores. It's done so on before, but we'll watch it again anyway. Okay. Now I had him in third person view because Fluffy likes to be close to the gun, close to the machine rather, and he's now aiming towards the gap, and there's the Chrysler, and there isn't the Chrysler. He's now gone to tank heaven. Okay, well, looks like the enemy's getting soundly beaten. Although they're one tank down on the enemy, it looks like most of the enemy are on the other side of the map, or at least two of them are. And that would indicate... Oh, now only one. There's the Striv. So we know where the Striv is. We could auto-aim on the Striv and take him out from a distance. And, well, a nice hit, but a low roll. 384. He's loading an HE round for his next shot. So the HE rounds of this gun are capable of doing 950 alpha. But he's actually loaded another AP round. The Striv's gone down. There's an Object 430U out there. There's also an STA-1 and a Batchat 12 ton. The Batchat 155-55, well, that's very lightly armoured, but I suspect that he's loaded the AP just in case he comes across one of the other three. We've just... Oh, I think that was just an overfly from the jets. He's already up to 3,559 hit points of damage, and I think he's about to bag himself an Arty. Yep. So that's 3 kills for Fluffy. Now the Object 430 is over on the west side of the map at the moment, but one of them or two of them might be in this direction. Ah, there's the STA, and okay, he's hiding on the centre line. Oh, well, he's lucky to survive with just critical damage there. But the Object 430U over on the other side of the map has actually killed the guys who are attacking him. And so Fluffy's pulled back into the bushes for the moment, and he needs the assistance of that Gorilla 15. They both got 15cm guns. I think the Gorilla 15 is after a kill on that STA-1. But I'm pretty sure the STA-1 knows that Fluffy is here. Now Fluffy's trying to position himself, or is he trying to push the wreck into place? Well, he's decided to park directly behind the wreck. to help prevent the 430U from getting shots on him, and he's still capping. The 430U will be back very shortly, I should think, because he'll want to reset. And now he could reset with getting a defender. Now, we don't know what the state of the health of the 430U is, but if he's been tackling with the others, he must have been fairly badly damaged. And he was. 144 hit points left. And now it's even with 2 all. But I'm pretty sure that SDA1 will be trying to get a reset. If he doesn't, he's nuts. Oh well, he's nuts. Game over. Well done, Fluffy. He wins. And basically won on his own as well, because the gorilla is still round the corner. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Well, it was an ace tanker for Fluffylilkitten in the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, and it's his first ace. Yes, it's got the scrolls underneath. You only get that once on the first time. Other than that, it's brilliant. Let's have a look. He said acing the so-called Waffle Panzer IV. It's a Waffenträger, not a waffle. Well, yes, it is. Waffenträger means weapons carrier, and or at least I believe that's the correct pronunciation for it. He actually got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and he also got an invader because he was the only one who capped out, and he got 100 cap points. And his win 8 from that one was 5859, which is very good indeed. CPU income standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, surprising he didn't get the top damage. The Super Conqueror got that. He got the high caliber for 5,028 hit points, whereas Fluffy managed to get it for his Invader and 4,143 hit points of damage. And the next high score after that was Super Conqueror on the enemy team with 3,973. When it came to kills, it was Fluffy. Yep, he got 4 kills. There was 2 members of the enemy team who managed to get 3. That Object 430U he took down, and the SDA1 he fired at but didn't get the kill on. He got an Oskins medal out of that one. The Striv got a Confederate. And the Super Conk, well, oh yes, he got the high caliber. When it came to base XP, it was Fluffy, yes. 1,159 base experience points. 981 goes to the Super Conk, and 867 goes to the T95. I think the gorilla was a bit of an inexperienced player because he didn't do much damage, didn't get many kills, and, well, not much XP either. So maybe he was, I don't know if he was flipped or if he was unable to come to the cap, but it would have been nice if he could have actually helped Fluffy to come to the cap and cap out quicker, because obviously there was some risk that Object 430U might turn up and do some damage or get a reset. But as it is, Fluffy managed to cope with it. He fired 13 rounds, got 10 direct hits, 7 penetration, 1 splash. Damage of 4,143 hit points, of which 2,889 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits. Both were penetrations. Yes, I'm afraid the armor on this vehicle is absolutely diabolical. It's really only to stop machine gun bullets penetrating. Spotted 1 enemy vehicle. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 665 hit points of damage assistance and got 100 cap points. On a premium count, he earned 57,140 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he took away a profit of 5,561 credits. He got 3 bonds for the battle, and 1,738 XP, 10,434 for completing the mission and events, took home 12,172 experience points altogether. So well done there to Fluffy, acing for the first time on his Waffenträger. Yes, it's not a waffle, it's a Waffen. Okay, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.